Hello, everyone. Welcome to TurkishSoccer.com's podcast. My name is Ahmet Bob Turgut. Well, Turkish Super League second half of the season started this past weekend, and it will be nonstop football in Turkish Super League again, starting on Tuesday, and week 23 will be played through Tuesday to Thursday. And then week 24 will start on Saturday. But before I go into these matches and what happened this past weekend, as you know, the transfer deadline ended on Monday night. It's head-spinning transfer deals happen in the Turkish Super League and around the European countries too. So I want to start with the transfers. Who got who, and we have some famous players coming to the Turkish Super League. I'll talk about the names, and we don't have much time. As you know, this podcast program is only for 15 minutes, so I'm going to squeeze all this information and more in this program. After the week 23rd, before the week 24th start, I will have another podcast. We'll talk more about the upcoming important derby match, Fenerbahçe-Galatasaray, in the week of 24th. So let's get back to the deadline transfers in the winner's session. As you know, the probably biggest transfer so far coming from Germany, German-born Turkish player Mesut Özil, finally decided to come to Turkey to play with Fenerbahçe. That made a lot of news around Europe and around the world. And that's why you have a lot of people right now following Mesut Özil, also Fenerbahçe social media all over on Facebook, Twitter, on Instagram. But that's not the only one that happened. Fenerbahçe has got some players from Turkey. It's, the competition between Fenerbahçe and Galatasaray is not only on the field, but it's also off the field too. As you know, İrfan Can Kahveci was big hot item during the winter transfer season. And what happened, Galatasaray wanted him and Fenerbahçe offered him some money. And then Başakşehir sold İrfan Can Kahveci to Fenerbahçe. Fenerbahçe also got Attila Slazia, very good player, and Bright Osai Samuel. So these are the four good players that Fenerbahçe got. And also, I will get into details. Fenerbahçe captured the first place after the week 23rd this past weekend. And as far as Galatasaray isn't doing good. And what they did, they have players, American player that plays for United States national team, DeAndre Yedlin, was just loaned to Galatasaray from Newcastle. And also Galatasaray just transferred very good two names. One from Egypt, Mustafa Mohamed, and also Getson Fernandez. And also Turkish youngster Halil Dervişoğlu is another transfer that Galatasaray got. But the Henry Onyekuru, as you know, that came in the week 23rd, and he didn't even practice with the team, and he hasn't played with his former team for a while. And Fatih Terim, it's not his principles, but he took a chance, and he was desperate for a goal scorer for his team. He put him in the second half. Guess what? In Gaziantep, Henry Onyekuru scored both of the goals for Galatasaray. Galatasaray won it in Gaziantep 2-1. I will get the details in the week 23rd when I mention the matches. So Galatasaray has Henry Onyekuru on loan, DeAndre Yedlin, 3.5 years deal. And Yedlin will be with Galatasaray until 2024. And Turkish youngster Halil Dervişoğlu and Egyptian Mustafa Mohammed, very good player, and Getson Fernandez. So these are 4-5 good players that Galatasaray has. And Fenerbahçe has good players. And Fenerbahçe probably has a very strong midfield right now with Mesut Özil, İrfan Kahveci, and on the back, the new transfer Attila Slazia and Bright Osayi Samuel are good prospects. The only problem Fenerbahçe we see, these players going to connect to each other? And we'll see what happens. As far as Beşiktaş, former player Cenk Tosun came back from Everton on a loan and for 5 months. And Bilal Ceylan, very young prospect from Eskişehir, Beşiktaş signed. Trabzonspor also did some very good transfers. Yunus Mali and Bakasetas. Bakasetas is former Alanyaspor player, also a Greek national team player, very good player. So, and Trabzonspor is really looking good so far. Probably ever since Abdullah Avcı came to the team. When Abdullah Avcı took Trabzonspor, they were in 6th place from the bottom down. Now they're all on 5th place in the standings. So they're moving up. And also in transfer news, let me tell you some other names. Beşiktaş Jermaine Langs will be transferred to Fatih Karagümrük. And also there is, Okay Yokuşlu Turkish player, went to West Brom. And as you know, today, it happened on Monday, Schalke player, Turkish national team player, very young player, 20 years old, came from Galatasaray farm team and played for Galatasaray. One of Fatih Terim's projects, Ozan Kabak, was loaned to Liverpool and option to buy. So we're looking at least $25 million deal after his loan runs out. And Liverpool wants to sign this young Turkish project from Galatasaray. We'll see what happens. And also, Frankfurt team signed very young, 18 years old, Ali Akman from Bursaspor. And he will join the Frankfurt team end of this season. And very upcoming, very young, good player, Ali Akman, will be playing in Germany next season. And looking at some of the other things, I have Güven Yalçın from Beşiktaş, went to Italy's Serie B team, Lecce, and also Tyler Boyd, as you know, another American national player that played for Beşiktaş. Now he's loaned to Sivasspor rest of the season. So these are some of the transfers. It's head-spinning last days of transfer season in Turkish Super League. But finally, I'm glad, and a lot of people are glad it's over. And there's a couple coaches changing. As I mentioned on my last podcast, Başakşehir sacked their coach, Okan Buruk, and they hired former Fenerbahçe coach Aykut Kocaman. Aykut Kocaman will be coach of Başakşehir. Gençler Birliği also coach resigned. Mustafa Kaplan resigned, and Gençler Birliği's new coach is Mehmet Altınparmak. And Denizli hired a new coach, and new coach will be Hakan Kutlu. So these are some of the changes, and this what happened in in the transfer season as we go into week 23rd. And in the Turkish Super Cup final from the last season, because the COVID had played on this past weekend, and Trabzonspor beat Başakşehir, last year's defending champions. Başakşehir 2-1 in Istanbul, and Trabzonspor won the Turkish Super Cup belonged to last season. So congratulations to Trabzonspor on that. Let me get quickly, because I know the time is running out. Week 22, there were very good scores, and I'm not going to go to all the scores, but as I mentioned to you, in Gaziantep, Galatasaray beat Gaziantep 2-1, and another very important match, Fenerbahçe beat Rizespor. That's why after they win this match, and Beşiktaş at home losing against Trabzonspor 2-1, and they were winning. They scored the first goal, but Trabzonspor came behind and beat Beşiktaş in Istanbul 2-1. Vakayeme, what a player. I think one of the low-key players right now in the Turkish Super League. Very good player, and scored fantastic goal. And one was own goal. And I tell you, Trabzonspor looks good. And giving kudos to another player on Trabzonspor team, young goalkeeper, Turkish national goalkeeper, Uğurcan Çakır. Very good save. He made at least 7 saves against Beşiktaş. So, in week 22, Konyaspor had bye. And, after this weekend ended, Fenerbahçe, as I told you, they're on top with 45 points. Beşiktaş in the second place with 44 points. Fenerbahçe with 45. Beşiktaş with 44. And Galatasaray on third place with 42 place. And fourth place is Alanyaspor 37. And fifth place is Trabzonspor 36 points. So, looking at this coming Tuesday matches, very important matches, because I know we have a couple more minutes to talk about it. On Tuesday, on Tuesday we have 3 matches. Hatay will be at home against Fenerbahçe. Mesut Ozil will be travel with the team. I don't know if he's going to play or not, but you might see Mesut Ozil playing in Hatay against Fenerbahçe. But Bofanza, look for Bofanza to score some goals against Fenerbahçe. He's the leading scorer in the Turkish Super League with 15 goals. Kyle Larin, Abu Bakar has 12 goals. And Galatasaray will be at home against Başakşehir. This will be a huge match. Galatasaray the new transfers will play against Başakşehir. Başakşehir really looking bad. They're almost into the danger zone with the new coach coming, with Aykut Kocaman against Fatih Terim. We'll see what happens on Tuesday. There's also a couple other more games on Tuesday. Rize versus Kasımpaşa, and Kayseri will be against Alanya. So there will be 4 matches on Tuesday. There will be 4 matches on Wednesday, and those matches: Sivasspor at home against Erzurum, Karagümrük will host Gaziantep, Konyaspor will be at home against Gençlerbirliği, and Antalya will be at home against Beşiktaş. On Thursday, Göztepe host Malatya, Trabzonspor will be at home against Denizli, and Ankaragücü will have a bye. And we will talk about the week 24 after these matches played, and I'll probably have another podcast for you before Saturday, and we'll talk about that biggest derby coming up on Saturday, again, Fenerbahçe against Galatasaray. That will be a huge match. Stay tuned for that match, and listen to my podcast wherever you listen to your podcast, on iCat, all over. Thank you very much. See you next time.